Well, hello again. John, whose feast we celebrate today, is the only one of these Christmas saints that isn't a martyr. And in fact, he's the only one of the core group of Jesus' 12 disciples, known as the Apostles, who isn't a martyr. And it seems pretty obvious why we put his feast so close to Christmas. After all, we read the opening to his gospel during our Christmas celebrations every year. In the beginning was the Word. The Word became flesh and dwelt among us. John is a poet and he's a theologian. His is the most sophisticated of the accounts of Jesus' earthly ministry, drawing on themes like light and darkness. He records Jesus' great I am sayings, among them, I am the good shepherd, I am the light of the world. But it's the opening to his gospel, known as the prologue, which I want to focus on. Because unlike Matthew or Luke, he doesn't start with a birth narrative. Instead, he starts, at the start, echoing the words of Genesis, in the beginning. Genesis goes on, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. But John, riffing on this, writes, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word being God the Son. And he goes on to talk about how the one who is before all things, the one through whom all things were created, the one who is light and life, the one who created everything, becomes part of the creation, how he joins us in the person of Jesus. And what's remarkable for me about this opening isn't the beautiful poetry or the earth-shattering theology. Both those things are wonderful. But the thing that gets me is how this gospel unfurls. Because as we go, we meet the disciple whom Jesus loved, who is there for all the key events of Jesus' ministry. He's there for everything. He's there at the Last Supper, reclining against Jesus. He's there at the foot of the cross as Jesus dies. He's the one to whom Jesus entrusts his mother Mary. He's the one who races Peter to the tomb that first Easter morning, but only ever referred to as the disciple whom Jesus loved. Most people agree that John is referring to himself here. He never refers to himself by name, whether out of humility or awe. He only refers to himself as the disciple whom Jesus loved. Which means as he puts pen to paper, as he writes those awe-inspiring words that open his gospel of the God, the infinite God, the cosmic God, who is beyond all things, the one through whom all things were created, the one who is light and life itself, the one who's the glory of the Father. He's writing about his closest friend, the one who he loves, the one who loves him, the one he's seen face to face, who he spent the last 3 years with. This is the wonder of Christmas, that John can write of the infinite and glorious God, the one through whom all things were created, the one whose life and light and goodness knows no bounds, and say, I have seen him, I know him, he loves me and I love him, he's my closest friend. And this is the wonder of Christmas, that it needn't just be true of John, it can be true for each of us too. This God draws close to us in the person of Jesus, joins us in our lives, joins us in the mess and the difficulties, to bear our burdens with us, so that we, with John, might be able to say, here is the Son of God who loves me. It's the great Christmas paradox. The infinite God becomes small. The one who is uncreated, through whom all things were created, become part of creation. The King of the universe become our closest friend.